Oh, and this is our debut show, our Sunday morning show here on 970 AM. The Answer. Hey, settle down. See, I thought it was dangerous having my son on before. This is much more dangerous.
Much more dangerous.
This is very bad. You hear these three female voices yakking at you right here. First of all, one of them is my co-host, Amy Broza.
Hello.
Amy's here. But the other 2/3 of the Shirleys are here, Leon Holmes and Maureen McCrink, the Shirleys.
Good morning,
Hi,
Tim.
kids.
Good morning, everybody.
This frightens the heck out of me. It actually
It
does.
should.
Because
Well, we've been sitting over there with your son, and we have a couple of questions.
oh, okay.
We'd like to know how it is that you said earlier you knew nothing about cars, but you ended up being a mechanic
Well, that's
in the National Guard.
But that's my whole point.
God bless America.
That was my whole point. Was in the military's innate wisdom, they said this guy looks like a truck mechanic.
Thank goodness
It was
for real
hilarious.
soldiers
Could
is
not
all I have
picture
to
it
say.
either.
It was hilarious. We did. Remember a few years ago? What's the theater? The Sovereign Bank Arena in Trenton. We did the welcome back for the New Jersey National Guards men and women, and there were, I guess, like 12,000 people in there. There were thousands of them, and I had to confess my sins. I said, "You people who are going on these amazing missions to, Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever they've all been, I couldn't have done that. You're real soldiers." I was like this guy avoiding the draft. I don't mind admitting it. It was 1969,
Why they
70.
had
I
you
would've
work
been
on
right there.
cars.
And that's why I joined. I did. And it's not something to be proud of, but it was the truth of
And
the
you
matter.
still don't know how to do a tune-up, do you?
No,
Not even a little bit.
It's terrible. I have no knowledge. And now, by the way, if you get a flat tire now, what do? Where is the tire?
Call AAA.
It's
That's
underneath. It's underneath the thing somewhere.
The
and-
Kia Soul comes without a spare tire.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
And then you get that little donutty tire and you drive around on that for a little while. That's always good. And that's why you're here today, to talk about truck mechanics. This is a Sunday morning show here. Anyway, Maureen and Leon and Amy, we have a wonderful life together in our band, Tim McLoone and the Shirleys.
Yes, we do.
I apologize for my name being in it, because I have to admit, as we've morphed through the years, I just love playing for you guys and listening to you sing. You're brilliant.
Oh.
You are
Thank you,
brilliant.
Tim.
That's
We
the
love
last
you,
nice thing I'm
We
saying.
love it.
It's the
Really?
last nice thing I'm saying. I'm telling you right now.
Thank you
So Maureen,
gathering us.
we've been introducing our new audience and our new station and our new show. Do you remember when we first met? Do you have any idea?
Jeez, it was back at Lock, Stock, and Barrel.
The local
And,
restaurant in Fairhaven, New Jersey.
Yeah,
Long gone.
And you were playing the grand piano over there when I first started singing professionally.
I don't think I
So-
was playing too grandly, but thanks.
Yes, you were. It was great.
I
It was
don't know.
wonderful. Yeah.
I was doing a lot of Elvis back then. It's like,
Yeah, remember that? Why don't you do Elvis anymore?
Do you know I can't be found? Sitting
then?
all alone. If you
right.
can't come around. That's all I had going
Why
for me.
stop?
But you were this brilliant singer that everybody loved, because
Well,
you were a legend at Red Bank Catholic. Well, that was a close one.
Whoa.
My kids go to Red Bank Regional. Red
Right.
Bank Catholic
Red
High
Bank
School.
Catholic, yep. Class
Yeah.
of 71. Thank you. Yeah.
But
It
then,
was a great class.
So we have to go by you for a moment to say hello to Leon,
Okay.
because we don't. Do you remember how you met me?
I'm not sure, but I think it was my mom bringing me to a Holiday Express show, like one of the very first ones. I just remember her coming home and
Yeah.
saying, "You gotta come."
Yeah, I think it's true, because I don't remember you being at rehearsals, which is not unusual for you not to come to rehearsals, and so.
How dare you?
But this is how we met, all through our great charity experience together.
Right.
Yeah.
But
A long time.
I don't know. It's really been interesting. I mean, I don't even know. This is our 22nd season, I think.
go with
21, 22. We started in 93, so add
22nd
one,
year,
subtract 4.
21st
I
season.
folded in
21st.
96.
But the great part about starting the Shirleys came out of Holiday Express,
Yes.
because
Right.
I said to your mom, Dolores, I remember we were singing at, I don't know, she was in at the Rum Runner at the
Right.
piano bar, but we didn't have a band yet. And she was there, and we were doing something, and I said the fateful words that I wanted to put back in my mouth as soon as I said them. You wouldn't want to start a band, would you? Because I was 50 whatever years of age, and your mom was like, sure, this would be great,
Wow.
And we had Amy, and you came in to see us sing one night, Maureen. I'm pointing at you. Good radio.
Right.
Pointing is always great on
And
the radio.
I did beg.
But you came up to me and you said, I don't suppose you'd let me sing with you guys,
Yeah,
would you?
I was like, you have the parts all covered, so, but I feel somehow like I belong with you guys.
And it was true. But the funny part of it is, from my perspective, I am not really a trained musician. You all say nice things about me, and I can play okay. But I didn't plan it. Well, you and your mom, who sang on the higher part between the two? Did you always sing the same interval when you harmonized?
Yeah,
She was on the higher end and you were on the lower end,
Yeah.
right? And you just had that third harmony that just weaved its way. I'm pointing with my fingers again here so that everyone at home and listening to us on the radio can enjoy what I'm saying. But you had a built-in harmony, and you were able to sing higher than they could. And Amy's very...
Not than they could, but that was the part that was left.
That's all there was.
And I got
she
down.
got.
And Amy got the bottom part.
Right.
Right.
But I was not so clever as to say, oh, we've got a bass and an alto and a tenor. I didn't know. But from the moment we started, it just sounded right. I mean, that was really it,
And now, after all these years
Now it doesn't sound
of
so good
singing the
anymore.
high parts,
Yeah.
I've asked, could I please go down to some low parts for a change? And Amy and
So
Leon
we
are
all
ghosting
switch.
me up on the high parts sometimes. So.
There's nothing in
Which
my
comes
life
down
that's...
to the fact that we don't actually know how long we've been together anymore. That's
Yeah.
how long it's been.
I guess,
We've been trying to figure out that number for a long
I
time.
guess maybe 15 years or something like that,
Something like
Give or
About when
take.
I gave up giving up music. I'm sorry, Amy.
No, I said give or take 15 years.
Yeah. I gave up giving up music about then because I kept saying to people, well, this is the last year I'm doing this. I got to grow up here. And
How's
now
that
it's
working
like,
out?
just forget it. I'm going to play until you say I can't
I hope
anymore.
so.
and it's-
We also wanted to bring up, you were talking
Oh, yeah.
cruises with
Thank you,
Jeff
Leon.
Norris, and we always heard rumblings about a Shirley's cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
when,
be fun.
when are we getting our Shirley's
Jeff,
cruise?
are you still
Jeff,
out there?
can we talk to you about a
We-
cruise
Jeff, get us
deal?
booked up.
We would love to do
He's in.
Shirley's
We'll be the
cruise.
opener, Jeff. We'll be the opener.
Yes. See what you can do, would you?
So let's do a song. Let's try to impress Jeff, and let's see if people like hearing from the Shirleys. Here we go. Dream, 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 dream. When I want you in my arms, when I want you, and all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream, 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 dream. When I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream. So, maybe that's why we do this.
Thank you.
It is so much fun to sing with you, and the interesting part for me was that, and it's ultimately always about me. I think that's clear,
We've learned, but it's a grounding place.
We
for
have
us.
learned that over the last 15 years.
You have to get
as
over
well.
yourselves to hang out with me. I just being honest about it, I don't think that I was I was a functional piano player, and I led a lot of bands, and I played solo a ton of times doing piano bar stuff, Sing us a song. That was, I hate that song. But anyway, I knew how to play in my keys and the way I did stuff. And when I met all of you, I had to adjust and learn how to play in all the different keys and realize that there was a lot more to music than I was doing. And I used to try and cheat on you. If you said you wanted something in B flat, I'd play it in A anyway. But but that was just in the beginning. I didn't let you know. But
No capos on
somebody said to me one night at the Rum Runner, which we should talk about at some point, our dear beloved departed Rum Runner,
Rum
but
Runner.
rebuilding. somebody said to me one night, your piano playing sounded really good tonight. It was a few years ago, and normally I would say no, please, And I said to the person, I said, you know what? It really has improved, and it's strange when you're in your 60s to get better at something. And it was because I owed it to the three of you to do it right and to learn the songs and the keys that you really wanted to play in. And in learning all those keys that were strange to me, I started getting more of the relationship of the keyboard. I didn't understand how it worked. I saw it as linear, that you sit at a keyboard and you look at it and the keys go left to right and they're in a linear road. It's not like that. It's a matrix. They go like this.
They do?
And the one connects to the other.
Is that why this piano is so deep
No.
this way?
Another great radio moment here. I'm trying to describe a piano on the air. No, but what happens is that I found that my hands would automatically go to the correct place. I didn't have to think about it anymore. Whereas I'd be thinking, how's that bridge work? I've got to get, was that an F sharp minor seventh? And it goes to that. Not that you don't all hear me make lots of mistakes, but it was a leap that I stopped thinking and my hands would automatically go.
That's cool.
Because it freed me. And I think part of the reason was I wasn't singing as much anymore. So I could listen to all of you.
Yeah.
And
Makes it-
as I said, this is really about me. This is therapy, this show.
You and the whole darn Atlantic Coast band, the Shirleys band.
Yeah, let us
is
not forget.
Is a joy. Is a joy. You get up there to sing a song and you are covered.
We have a great band.
Yeah.
They are
We have a
holding you.
great
So,
band.
it's so inspiring.
Well, speaking of which,
Yeah.
if people would like to hear us play, we're going to be here in the Supper Club. It's a little bit away, right? But it's August 31st. It's the Sunday of Labor Day weekend, and we will have the great pleasure that we've had a couple of times before of playing with Benny King.
Yeah.
And Benny will be here in the Supper Club on August 31st,
What a great.
following 2 nights of Bob Bandiera. Are you doing that the Brill show?
Oh boy.
You're not, or you are?
No,
Saving herself for
See,
the Shirleys.
That's very
But
decent
we
of her.
are going to be here for the Candle Brothers 40 Years of Harmony show.
When's that? That's Pat Guadagno.
August
It's
9th.
coming up. Kathy Severini's at the table.
What's the
with
date?
us.
Do we know?
August 9th.
It's this Saturday coming right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of this show being on Sunday morning, that's a good point you just brought up, Maureen.
Tonight,
So we're
as a
gonna
matter
try
of
and
fact. Oh my God, it's tonight.
No,
What are we
no.
gonna wear?
Maureen, you're now disoriented. So we're going to do one more piece of material. And this is one of our favorite things. We recently put together a Linda Ronstadt show. If we can possibly pull it together for this. There's a very brief little song we did, but it really features the harmonies that the Shirleys are so wonderful at. And this is a song that Linda Ronstadt recorded. Here we go.
By the rivers of Babylon, where he sat down, and there he wept when he remembered Zion. All the wicked carry us away, captivity require from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha's song in a strange land? So let the words of our mouth and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, over I. By the rivers of Babylon, where he sat down, and there he went when he remembered Zion.
The Shirleys, ladies and gentlemen, my good friends and musical partners,
We love you, Tim.
Leon Holmes,
Thank you,
Maureen
Tim.
McCrink, and my co-host here on 970 AM radio, Amy Broza. We'll be back in a little while. Thanks so much for being here.